She's a transformative leader who turns dialogue into action. With over 25 years of experience, she has evolved from beauty queen to a leading voice in Kenyan media and advocacy, championing women's empowerment and social justice. Recognized among Kenya's top 50 most influential women, she has played key roles in national conversations, including Martha Karua's 2022 Deputy President campaign. As founder of the What Women Want Summit, East Africa's largest women-focused gathering, she has created a powerful platform amplifying women's voices across different sectors. Through collaborations with global organizations such as UNHCR, UN Women, she advances advocacy around gender-based violence, FGM, and refugee rights. Partnering with major brands like Samsung, Safaricom, and Mark, she bridges influence and impact, and above all, centers on visibility, equity, and empowering women to change. Ladies and gentlemen, on Inspire, welcome Pinky Ghelani.
Thank you, Sean. That was amazing. Yay!
Hi, Pinky.
Hi,
How
Sean.
are you?
I'm very well. Thank you.
Thank you very much for taking this interview.
No, of course. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, so we're just going to have a casual conversation.
Sure.
And I'd love people to get inspired by the amazing woman that you are.
Oh, thank you.
And for the duration that I've known you and I've seen your work, I've been inspired. So I cannot wait for the audience.
Oh, thank you, Sean.
Now, in a few words, you could just let us know who you are besides what I've just read.
Okay, yeah. What you've read or what you've introduced me as is a very formal side of
exactly.
me.
So who's the more laid back lady behind the cameras?
I'm very silly with my family. I'm a mom of two, or rather mom of six. I had 4 miscarriages. So I can still call myself a mom of 6 because I have 4 babies in heaven. And I'm a fur baby mom as well. So dogs and cats. And then I'm a wife. I like to be fun and funny. I have a very dark sense of humor, Sean.
Really?
Yeah.
We're going to get to know about it as we talk. Now, I just love the fact that you've brought up your miscarriages. You've openly shared about them, and you openly talk about motherhood.
Right.
Why is that important to you, for you to also be vulnerable about it publicly?
I think when I went through my miscarriages, everybody told me to shh. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about failure. Don't talk about the fact that you've had miscarriages. But when I was going through it, I was suffering. It's grief. It's grief of a different kind. And I thought, it can't be right just to keep quiet about it. Because yes, as much as it didn't happen, you know, the baby didn't arrive fully, there was still something that happened within my body, and there was a connection with the soul. And when I started talking about it, I realized I'm not the only person who's gone through this. So I think that's what inspired me to talk about it, is when a lot more women started relating and saying, I had it too, or I went through it too. And that's when I really owned my story. And I was like, I'm not that person to keep quiet about things. Someone told me, just be careful with your mouth. Because sometimes I'm very honest, but it's also my age. Right now, I'm just like a very honest person.
Do you think that also played a part in your career and also motherhood altogether? Because different experiences play a part in different people.
I mean, for sure. The reason What Women Want was birthed, with no pun intended, is because of the struggles that I personally faced. And I didn't know, there was no out. And I found a lot of healing through conversation. And I thought that's why, I mean, how many women have safe spaces to have a conversation about anything that they're going through.
So, in regards to What Women Want, what exciting things do we have coming up?
Oh, we always have something exciting. But then, of course, our flagship event is the What Women Want Summit. This is the 4th year, so 27th to 29th March. Yeah. And we've got a lot of speakers, great keynote speeches as well. We've got the first East African champion, 100-meter champion. She's Indian. Do you know that?
No.
But she represents Kenya.
Really?
Yeah, so an
This
Indian
should be
Kenyan.
exciting.
And then we've got Julie Gishuru speaking. We've got Professor Kobia speaking. Some very phenomenal women within Kenya, but also within Africa. We've got speakers flying in from Ghana, Zambia,
Lovely.
Uganda, Tanzania.
How are we getting here? How much are tickets?
It's
Where's
going to
the
be
location?
a trademark hotel.
Uh-huh.
Tickets are available on MOOC. So if you don't live in Kenya, you can watch it live stream.
Okay.
There's that option. There is a 12,500 day pass, which includes meals. There is a 5,000 shilling day pass, which is not with meals.
Okay.
So the choice is very much yours. And then we have a weekend pass as well. So go to MOOC for the entire, and all options available.
Okay.
Yeah, we're super excited. It is the 4th year. We hopefully will be making a huge announcement.
Okay.
Hopefully, our fingers are crossed. But it's going to be exciting. We're also highlighting some fashion, made in Kenya fashion.
Yeah.
So it's a very girly girl event. Everyone's like, can men come? And I always say, if men attend what women want, then they know what women want.
Lovely. I love that. I love that part.
So make sure I see you there.
I will definitely be there. Now, considering you experienced the loss of the 4 babies, and I'm sorry about that, but I remember you've also experienced loss by losing your dad.
Yes.
At a very young age. So would like just to go back. How did that loss shape the woman that you became?
So losing my dad at the age of 6, of course, trauma. They say anything under the age of 10, it stays with you. So for sure, that molded me into the person I am today. It was very traumatic. I didn't understand it. I did not know what was happening. Even through his funeral, I was, because you can imagine, 6-year-old, completely unaware of what is going on. Why are so many people here? And it did shape who I became. I understood loss at a very young age. I think I continue to grieve through my life, because grief is not something that you shed. True. It's not something that goes away. Yeah. It's something that continues to be a part of you. So I think I missed him most when I got married, because, your father's supposed to give you away. So I really did miss him during my marriage, which was many years after his death. And then, of course, I lost my brother at the age of 17. So death and grief is something that has been a part of my life. It's everyone,
everyone's life.
Everyone,
it stays with you. Yes.
But I think at certain ages, it's very hard to go through trauma. And again, this is why I created What Women Want, because of conversation. I really believe conversations are healing.
So you like talking about your grief and speaking them out.
I like talking about things that bother me, so to get it off my chest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, when you look back at your story, which specific moment would you say was the beginning of it? Like, everyone usually have the aha moment.
Right.
But for you, when would you say this was the moment that your story began, where you decided this is where Pinky Ghelani actually takes the wheel and begins?
So I think that happened just after my mom had a stroke, which is about 10 years ago. And that was when I realized that, first of all, we are all human beings. So, our mothers, when we look at them,
they're superheroes. Those
exactly.
women do not tire.
They can do everything. They never get sick, and they're always got all the solutions to everything. And they look out for you. We are both
sick, but for her, sickness is different.
It's very different. Like, she will come back and bounce back. But when I saw that she didn't, it was such a huge wake-up call for me, because I'm like...
When were you old when this happened?
I was 39, just about to turn 40. So they say life begins at 40.
At 40, yes.
And I was like, okay. So life is just about to begin. And it was my wake-up call that I suddenly realized that everything I'd been doing, people-pleasing, looking for approval and validation outside of me, was totally unimportant. The only person who matters is me
you.
First.
Yes.
And then the people who I love and respect are my my kids and my husband. And of course, my mom, who's still with me, my brother. But then the first person, and we are taught to always put ourselves last.
Really?
Aren't we?
I
When was the
taught-
last time you put yourself first?
That's a very interesting question because this whole week I've just been solving every other person's
There you go.
issue.
Do you say no?
I feel like, I don't remember the last time I said no. When anyone needs something, when I need to get things done, when a client calls,
Yeah.
it's very hard for me to say. I don't know why. I think it's just
Because
second nature to me
we've never
to,
been taught.
to say no.
Yeah.
Wow.
Go and
Is that
say
like a
hello.
people pleasing nature or
I
something?
mean, we're conditioned. Society demands it of us, right? That we have to be good. And saying no is bad. But saying no for your own sanity and sometimes your mental wellness and for your preservation of, your emotions is important.
And guarding yourself.
Yeah, and guarding yourself. You have to be able to say no with no explanation.
Wow.
Something that I
People
learned.
are going to be expecting a lot of no's from me today.
Yeah. and you can say Pinky taught me because honestly, I wish I had learned it sooner in my life.
So when did you first realize that your voice had power?
When I was on radio. Yeah. Because I realized, because one thing that I was very passionate about, as much as being a radio presenter, was doing any of the stations that I worked for, their CSR. So I would always take that in, the community service. That would be my thing. And when I realized that, someone's asking for money for a kidney operation, or we're trying to raise funds for KSPCA, the impact it would have, that's when I realized that your voice is important. So yeah, it's fun to entertain people and to talk, but when you are talking about more serious matters and when you're appealing to people to donate or support, suddenly the outpouring support would come in. But
massive.
Yeah, and you realize that your voice is not just here to make people laugh or do fun things or talk about brands.
It's actually here to make impact.
There you go.
Okay. Now taking you back to those days, as you said, when you were in radio.
Yes.
KBC,
Yeah.
Capital FM,
Yes.
Kiss 100.
Yes.
How are those days for you?
Amazing.
How did they shape your career and
They
the woman
made
that you
me
became?
who I am. The reason that I became a household name was because of radio. It's so funny because someone people come up to me and they're like, "Are you Pinky Ghelani?" I'm like, "Yes." My parents used to listen to you, and I'm like,
Actually, I knew about you from my mom.
"Pardon?"
Like when you called me that day
Yes.
to moderate,
Yes.
I was like, I've heard the name, but
Yeah.
I can't remember. So I asked my mom, so a lady called Pinky called me. And then she was like, go. She was so excited.
But that's something that, as much as it's just a reality check, right? That it happened so long ago that now the kids who used to listen to me are now adults. But it's amazing that the fact of the matter is that I'm still relevant in a way, quote
Yes, you
unquote, decades later,
Yeah.
which I'm grateful for. But those days definitely are the reason.
Were
that
very
I've
maintained.
maintained.
high.
Yeah, totally.
Some may say actually your entry to media was somewhat unexpected.
Right.
Would you say purpose finds us or we find it?
That's a great question. I think it's the marriage of both.
Okay.
So you may feel like I was like, I need to be famous. That was my thing. I need to be famous.
You want to be known.
I want to be known.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's going to come through Bollywood films.
Okay.
Okay. So I went but this was after radio and everything, but I went to try my luck in Bollywood, but it was just never my thing. First of all, I can't speak a sentence of Hindi. Right?
So it was quite a difficult situation.
But also when I was young, I thought that was my calling. I thought that was my thing. And then, I think the way things happened is it was actually, this is my calling, to be in Kenya, to be a voice in Kenya and to continue to create impact within this continent.
Now, I love the fact that you've taken us back to the fact that you were in media, then Bollywood. You've reinvented yourself a couple of times.
Totally.
Entrepreneur, writer, presenter, editor, curator. How do you know when it's time to pivot to a new thing? Because you've really changed in different careers, different spaces. Yes, still in media.
Sure.
But when did you know it's time for me to move to the next thing? So that, people stay in careers for a very long time and they are wearing themselves out. That's why you hear people saying, oh my God, I hate my job. But you don't hate your job. You just need to move to a new thing.
That's it.
So when did you know that it's time to pivot?
You've said it right there when you dislike what you're doing. Because you are no longer doing justice, one, to yourself. Remember, it's all about you.
You, yes.
As selfish as that sounds, but that's true because you need to be happy in order to be able to give. So once you feel like I'm just doing this for a paycheck, or I really dislike this, then it's time. It's time to let go. But I also feel that a lot of the times, especially in this space of being in the limelight and everything, we can't let go because then what? Then what will happen to me? Then what will happen to me? So there's a fear of that. So I think it's having honest conversations with yourself and understanding that it's more about you, the personality, than the brand that you work for.
Definitely.
And there's always a possibility to reinvent. And you also have to understand that especially with me, when I was on radio and I stopped liking it, it means I was doing a disservice to the audience who were listening.
You're like, I'm being fake to my audience to some extent.
Yeah, and because people can tell and people can really
There's some
sense.
radio presenters, you hear them talking, you're like, do you really want to be there right now?
Exactly. It's like, why are you saying that? So, it got to a point where I was just like, okay, I think I need to be have an honest conversation with myself and let it go.
So I'd like us to dive into your ventures, the Pink Company, What Women Want. But before we get there, I'd like us to go back a little bit to understand how it all started. So you tried pursuing a law degree at some point?
I did.
Before entering into media.
Totally.
How did that go and how did that influence your decision to start your ventures?
So I traveled to the US after doing my A-levels and I wanted to study law. And then my brother died a week later. So I literally was at my orientation day.
Oh.
And I got a call saying
you had literally just landed.
Honestly.
Yeah.
And they didn't tell me on the phone. They just said, your mom's not well. You need to come back. And I had lost an aunt to cancer maybe a month before. So I was like, oh my God, my mom's going to die. And when I landed, they told me that it was actually my brother who passed away.
Yeah.
And that broke me completely. So I just thought, okay, I'll never leave home again.
Okay.
Because bad things happen.
Okay.
And I started working immediately. So this was me at age 17. I went into retail. So I became a sales girl at a shop at Yaya Center and sort of like did my thing there. And did you ever regret the decision of not pursuing your degree? No, I felt like I learned a lot more. There's nothing that can replace experience. I was ahead of a lot of my peers. And I understood the value of work and I was not afraid to work and I was not afraid to put myself out there and in different rooms. Have
you ever thought of how your life would be if your brother didn't die and you continued with your degree?
So I think of even if my dad didn't die, I would have been married off at 16.
Okay, then you'd be living a totally different life right now.
Very different life. You always wonder like what would have happened. But then again, for me, because I went down a lot of why, which led me down a spiritual path, not a religious, a spiritual path. And this is where you just learn to accept. Acceptance is very hard. Acceptance of death, acceptance of the fact that maybe you'll not be a mother, acceptance of the fact that people don't like you. acceptance of the fact that your mother is disabled. There's a lot that is a hard pill to swallow. So acceptance is something that we have to come to terms with.
Yes.
Acceptance that I'm no longer made for radio. I need to let it go. Yes, all these things.
You've really taken the journey of acceptance a very long way.
It's hard every time. Every time, you got to accept something new. It's very difficult because we are human beings, and human beings are made out of ego. And our ego is what's like, wait, no, no. So you've got to put it aside and be like, hey, wait a second. There is a learning here.
Okay.
There's a growth. There's a path to humility. Yeah.
Okay. That's cutting very deep right now. Trying to remember all the things that I'm having to accept.
Yeah. Yeah. Acceptance is hard.
Yeah. Okay. Now moving to your ventures.
Yeah.
What inspired you to start What Women Want?
So, for sure, it was just everything that I've been through, and finding healing in conversation, finding healing in things that, like when my father died in the 80s, there was nothing like therapy. And when my brother died as well, there was, it's not accessible, and you don't talk about such things, and you be strong, get over it. It happens. So
You'll
sorry.
move on. Life changes.
Be strong for your mother and get married and blah, blah, blah. And I just had to find ways to heal myself. And I started looking for people within Nairobi to help me heal. And again, I asked myself, how many people know about this? How many people know about sound healing, or this person who can help you with your nutrition, which is linked to your gut, which is linked to your brain, which could make you feel depressed.
You've really taken in depth in mental health and health in general.
Yes, yeah. So, I started putting people together and panels together and saying, okay, can we discuss this? Can we discuss, stroke awareness? Can we discuss what happens? Like, why do women go through miscarriages? What's going on there? And it's not a one-time conversation. There's many conversations that have to be had around this. So that's where it actually was born from. It's just the need to have more uncomfortable conversations.
And how has it been seeing it grow into what it is right now?
Phenomenal. Like I was looking at photos because we started off in a mall.
Yeah.
And sometimes we'd get 5 people in the audience. Sometimes it
right
would
now
be
you
like
have thousands of people who attend.
Absolutely. So it's lovely. It's lovely to see. But I always try and not get too arrogant about it. One, because I honestly believe it's not a Pinky Ghelani thing. I think I'm a conduit. I'm just a messenger, just trying to do things, make sure everything
the person who brings
aligns.
Everybody together.
Yeah, but
You're
it's
Noah and the Ark who brought 2 and
and I always question, like I'm in my silence, like in those moments where I'm praying or meditating, I'm like, why do you make me do this? Because events are stressful, and we've been discussing.
Do not remind me of what I'm going through right now.
Why are you making me do this?
Yes.
Why? But then you see, like last year, somebody came up to me. We do the What Women Want Summit for 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Saturday evening, someone came up to me and she was like, I need to talk to you. And I was like, yes. And she's like, thank you for doing this. She says, yesterday I was suicidal. Today I'm not. I know, I'm going to cry. And we both just cried, in that moment. And I was like, at that time, I looked up and I was like, okay, I got it. I understood why you want me to do this.
You've just reminded me of recently when I was going through even my DMs in the videos that I usually do. So I did a video around getting over a heartbreak. And then a lady just DM'd me and she was like, I broke up with my boyfriend 2 days ago. I was almost killing myself today. And your video just made me change my whole perspective about it. And I can relate to that because you realize you've literally saved a life out of what you do.
Yeah. And you see, like, it's you may not realize why you're doing it, why you're putting things out there.
Yeah.
But it's because your story or your words, and going back to what I said about being on radio and doing CSR, have impact. But in the same regard, this is why I just don't like it when people ask you, are you tired? Are you not feeling well? Are you not happy? You don't look happy. I'm like, just shut up.
Yeah.
You don't need to air your thoughts.
Now, you created My Mamma Mia journey. Could we talk about that? How was it?
Amazing. I love everything about motherhood. I think it's beautiful. It's grounding again. I think children are in our lives so that we can learn from them, but also we are supposed to be their guide. We're supposed to be the voice of reason. We're supposed to make them understand that they should respect themselves first and foremost. And then once you respect yourself, respect of others immediately comes. But also making, parenting it's challenging because we feel that our children belong to us. And there is a beautiful poet by Khalil Gibran, a poem by him, and he says that your children do not belong, they may come through you, but they do not belong to you. And that stuck with me for a very long time because, yes, it's very personal, right?
They came through you.
They literally came through you. And you see parts of you in them. But they have their own journeys. And our job as parents is to make sure that they are not a menace to society. They're not a terrible spouse or partner. That they add value to the world they're living in. Yeah.
Is there a reason as to why you chose a reflective book instead of a traditional book?
Totally. Because, I think when you reflect, when you're journaling, when you're writing, that's where self-awareness comes in. And when you write something, that's what you're able.
Stays
you look at it and it comes back, and it can also manifest.
You've spoken about limitless life. How does that translate into your own life?
Limitless life.
Living a limitless life.
In Engage.
Yes.
Like I've done a lot, Sean. So this is why sometimes my memory fails.
Okay. We'll get that part.
So Engage, I love speaking on the Engage stage. I think they have a very powerful space for people to, again, just be able to share things. I think we are all limitless. I think, and you've said it, like I keep on continuously reinventing and pivoting. There's so much that you can do if you have the tenacity, the audacity,
definitely,
to do it. Yeah.
Now let's look at the present. What's inspiring you right now? What keeps you going right now? I mean, you've grown, you've built legacies, you've built a name, a household name that is still relevant till date. People would say you're ready for retirement. People would say,
really? People. No, but it's true.
Yeah. But what still keeps you going to, even with what women, what still keeps inspiring you?
So I think for me at the moment, there is a calling to slow down because again, we are so used to just being on the go. And it's something that becomes conditioned. So you got to do this, and you got to email this, and you got to do that, and you got to.
Fast-paced
it's
life.
the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing.
Yeah.
So having hit my 50s now, I'm just like, wait a second. Also, your hormones are screaming at you for doing all of this, right? So your body is talking to you. And I'm one person who loves listening to my body.
To your body.
Because that's where I know that I'm doing this right or I'm doing this wrong. And if your hormones, and if you're struggling, then it means that your nervous system has not learned to regulate itself. Now, you can imagine, Sean, with everything I've told you in my life, where since the age of 6, there's been trauma, there's been this,
death,
that,
grief,
loss, blah, bullying, work, proposals, deadlines. My body has been in fight or flight for a
Not
very long time. So my body is calling for me to slow down. Regulating my nervous system is one way to do that. It's the biggest way. It's the biggest way I will honor myself. And no matter, you don't have to be 50 to be regulating your nervous system. Again, we are not taught that we need to learn to switch off, especially in today's world where the phone is here constantly. You're in bed and it's here. You're WhatsApping, you're messaging. So, intentionally learning to switch off is something that we need to come back to. Sitting in nature, being silent. I always say this, I keep on preaching it. The light from our phone, the blue light, it's it causes havoc within our bodies. We don't realize. So a lot of the things that we're doing is keeping us in fight or flight. It's not allowing our nervous system to rest and digest, as they say.
Now, when all is said and done, how would you like Pinky Ghelani to be remembered?
I don't care.
Wow, that's interesting.
I don't care.
Why so?
Because, again, it's going back to ego. You will remember me how you wish to remember me, but there will always be the next thing that comes along.
That comes along.
The people who will remember me are my children forever. And that's all that matters. And that's who my most impact should be with. It doesn't matter.
You've lived your life for you.
Yeah, and that's what I've learned. All this it's irrelevant. It will not matter. For sure, we are creating impact. We are hopefully changing lives. But I don't care how you remember me, because that's not why I'm doing it.
You're doing it for you.
Yeah, I'm doing it for the fact that it's a calling.
Let's take note of that.
I'm being pushed, but again, the memory, the legacy.
Yeah. It's up to the person who wants to remember it.
It doesn't matter, because let me tell you, with everything that I've seen in my life, it's life goes on, right? Life absolutely goes on with or without you.
With or without
the day you die, life will go on.
Tomorrow everyone's going to wake up the same way, go to work, traffic.
And there's always the next thing. There's always the next thing. If I do create impact in people's lives, I'm grateful for that. If they remember me, I'm grateful for that. But I'm not doing this so that I'm remembered.
Now, one question that we always ask all our guests on Inspire is, what advice would you leave the audience with?
Oh, there's so much. Give me like a topic, or a subject, or a word.
What advice would you give in regards to living a purposeful life?
I think leaning into your purpose, no matter what. Sometimes it's scary. Sometimes you wonder, is it really going to do its thing? Is this really my purpose? You will always know your purpose. Like you asked before, is it you looking for it or it looking for you? It's a marriage of both. But you will know that you have a purpose. Lean into it. Take the risks. Don't be afraid. Walk in faith.
Oof, I like that.
Yeah.
Walk in faith.
Yeah, you got to walk in faith. Because if God has taken you to it, He will take you through it.
As we wrap up today's episode, I want to leave you with something powerful. If this conversation stirred something in you, whether ambition, curiosity, healing, or growth, then you need to be in the room at the What Women Want Summit, hosted by Pinky Galani. It's happening this 27th March weekend at the beautiful Trademark Hotel. And trust me, it's more than an event. It's a space for bold conversations, real stories, shared wisdom, and women choosing themselves out loud. If you're ready to be inspired, empowered, and surrounded by energy that pushes you forward, this is your sign to show up. Grab your ticket, bring your girls, come ready to grow, and we'll see you there. See you on the next episode of Inspire. Stay smiling, loves.